Hi, I'm May. I'm actually a living model of what IBS is. I've been suffering from gastro problems for a long time. Uh, Sometime in February last year, I started feeling really sick. And I remember having 3 episodes of about 1 week each, where I was feeling very nauseous and gosh, I cannot even live through that whole period again. Now, I suffered from this from February all the way to May, and in May, I crashed. I really crashed. I ended up with diarrhea, and I ended up in the emergency room because I had enough, and I went straight in and I got admitted. It was the start of 5 admissions in and out of hospital before they finally worked out that I had IBS. And it took quite a while for them to work out the right combination of medication. And for what it's worth, I want to thank the doctors at ttsh for not giving up on me, because one of the doctors actually shared with me that he lived with IBS, and I was totally amazed, because here was this young man who was suffering from what I'm suffering from, and he went through the rigors of medical school and gave me hope that there was hope of a normal life further down the road. Now, where symptoms of IBS are concerned, we have anything from diarrhea to constipation. Some people swing between both ends. Other people get cramping, intestinal cramping. Some people, like myself, get everything, including reflux. The worst of the attacks that I've had, one of which was, I remember eating something called soon kueh. It's a local delicacy, and it's extremely oily, and I not only threw up, but I cramped for about 18 hours straight. Now, as for medication, I'm currently on esomeprazole, which is Nexium. I am also taking nortriptyline. Something that actually is an anti-anxiety medication, but because I'm not on it for depression, they gave me a baby dose. Now, the first time I actually took it, they gave it to me without telling me what it was, and I obediently took the whole lot of medication that was given to me, and I didn't notice this new thing. So I realized the next morning that I had 8 hours of a very quiet stomach, and I reported that to the doctor. And then I found out what it was. So after that I was sold. So I'm now on 15 mg of nortriptyline. It cuts signals between the brain and the stomach, so that the stomach actually remains quite calm. There are other things that I take, like Librex, supposed to help with the cramping. Now, when I took soon kueh, what happened was that I threw up, and I had 18 hours of intestinal cramping non-stop. It was bad. So I realized too that I've got to watch for what I eat. Now, not only do I have to watch for what I eat, I also have to watch the amount that I eat. Now, basically, I'm living off toast, fruits, and once a day after my shift, I also have soft-boiled eggs. Getting enough protein in is a bit of a problem because my whole digestive system cannot process it very well. I'm not able to take alcohol. I can't take milk. I can't take ice cream. I can't take cake. I can't take curry, chili. So there's a whole list of foods that's been struck off, and for that reason, I am pretty antisocial now, and I do not attend gatherings, even family gatherings. People offer to cook porridge for me, but they don't understand that even with plain porridge, whatever it is that's been in your pot before, I can react to. So it's a very sensitive situation. I often offend the host by telling them I can't eat anything on your table, I'm sorry. Now, I've also had someone actually grab me by the throat and stuff a cake down into my mouth, and I had no choice but to either swallow or suffocate, and I ended up swallowing because the whole thing was actually in my mouth, and I was like about to choke, and I got really sick after that. So my plea is that for people out there, if you know someone who's suffering from gastro problems or IBS, please don't force them to eat if they tell you, sorry, I can't eat that. Don't force them to eat it, because you can actually end up making them very sick. I've also had issues where now I saw this jar of cookies, and I said, wow, cookies, I love cookies, and unfortunately I can't eat them. Now one person next to me said, go ahead, take some, go ahead, take. No, I said, no, I'm sorry, I'll end up in the emergency room. And she got a bit more annoyed. Then she said, just take one. And I went, sorry, I can't take it, I will end up in the emergency room. And then she got angry. One also cannot, you know. Obviously this lady did not understand that no means no. I said, look, I will end up in the emergency room. She kept quiet and left me alone after that. Because there are times I'm tempted to break my rigid diet, you know, but, you know, people have this idea that a little bit won't hurt, but yes, it can. And they offer me all kinds of herbs and medications, not realizing that anything new can send me to the emergency room, and I'll be stuck there in bed for another 7 or 8 days, unable to move. So I'm asking for people out there to please understand, when a person is living with IBS, there's a whole list of things they cannot do. Don't force them to do it. Don't force them to eat it. We are not trying to be rude. We just cannot eat what you're offering, and I'm sorry, we have to live with a very rigid diet. So I'm also wanting to plead that if you have IBS, don't suffer in silence, because there is help available out there. But I have to tell you that medical miracles do not happen overnight. So you will have to realize that it takes a while for a whole team of doctors to actually work out the right combination of medication for you. Now, I've tried amitriptyline before. Again, because I'm not on it for depression, they gave me a baby dose. But even that one tiny tablet was enough to send me walking to. I could see the wall coming. No? I could see the wall coming. But I walked smack into the wall. Then I stood there nose to the wall, hurting like hell, but unable to react or move away from the wall. So that after 6 weeks on that went, I went off it. That was a long time ago. So nortriptyline doesn't have any effects like other than sleepiness for me. So I have to pretty much time it. Otherwise, I can't get up in time for work. But because of the medical team that's been looking after me, the gastro team at Tan Tock Seng Hospital, God bless them, they gave me hope to push on. That they gave me hope that I had a chance of a normal life down the road, and I'm working towards that now. So for what it's worth, thank you very much, and God bless you.